everyone, it's Joanne o'clock, and this is one of those sort of random check-in vlogs, I guess, where, I don't know, I just kind of feel like you are my YouTube family, and I'd like to kind of keep you up to date when I haven't been posting videos for some time, and that happens to be the case right now. So I'm sitting here in my kitchen, and my windows are open, as you can see behind me, because it's 70 degrees here. Yeah, it's pretty hot. It is, I don't even know the date. I'm that foggy brained. But there's been a lot going on lately, and I just wanted to kind of give you an update. So first of all, I don't know if you watched my, if you were watching my fortune cookie soapbox when Chris interrupted me and he showed you the stools that were in progress for grandchildren that he was going to deliver as a Christmas present. He got those stools finished, and I mean, he got the finish put on them and they're done. So that's a good thing. He actually drove like 5 hours to Charleston, South Carolina, and 5 hours back in order to get those delivered so that the grandparents could give them to their grandchildren on Christmas morning. The client was overwhelmed, satisfied, and just couldn't believe how beautiful they looked. So I'm probably will have inserted some pictures here for you to see the finished product. So that was one update. I wanted to show you that they were done. And holidays have come and gone, and I'm still, I put my decorations away in the kitchen and the dining room, which were pretty much where I mostly have them, except for the living room. Our tree is down and it's been recycled. I've taken the stockings off of the mantle, but things need to be packed away. And the reason why I'm so late this year getting things done is that we, let's see, Chris was going to be teaching a class on January 8th, and it was a Monday, and I was going to my first board meeting of the year. So he left around 4:30, and then he called me. I usually leave the house around 6:15 to get to my board meeting early, and he called me about 4:30 and said his father, who had been hospitalized for well, he had started to be nauseous New Year's Eve day and was, you know, throwing up all night and everything, and then it turned out that he had had a mild heart attack, so he was hospitalized in intensive care and in one hospital. And then Chris called me that Monday before my board meeting and said, Grampy, as he's known to the family, has been taken to another hospital and is having open heart surgery. So drop what you're doing, call whomever you need to run the board meeting for you, and we need to go to Athens, which is about 2.5 hours from us here. And so it was quite a scare. We didn't know. It was a sudden call. It was like the doctors came in and said, his levels have changed or whatever, and this decision needs to be made. Do you want him to have surgery or not? And it was yes. So we have been back and forth to Athens, talking with family, visiting Chris's dad in the hospital, who has successfully come through the open heart surgery, which was the first major hurdle, and he is doing well, but still a very sick man and on several machines to keep him going right now. He is showing signs, since it's been a while, he's shown signs of breathing on his own, and things are going pretty well in that department. So I put it on my Facebook page as to why I wasn't posting videos regularly. Oh, sorry, that's my washing machine, if you can hear that in the background. I put it on my Facebook page as to why I had not been posting videos, and asking for prayers, and some of you responded. I thank you if you have been keeping him in your prayers and following me on Facebook. I didn't know how else to otherwise reach out to you all and let you know why I was MIA. So that happened to be what was going on. I missed my first board meeting. You know, I've been president of our genealogy society for 2 years. It was a 2-year term, and I got reelected for another 2 years. So this was our first board meeting of the year where I was going to install the new officers and meet them, and get to know everybody. So I was really looking forward to it, and didn't get to go, but all was well and covered for me in my absence. And then Chris canceled his class, and it's to be made up at a later date. So it was not anything that we couldn't cope with. That has been primarily why I haven't been able to record and upload and everything else. We will continue to be going back and forth to Athens. We're leaving tomorrow and we'll be staying for a couple nights. There is a guest house for those in family members who have a patient in the cardiac intensive care unit or CICU, and we were able to get his mom into the guest house, and a sibling of Chris's is always there, one or another. So we will be going to stay for a couple nights for now. So that's the update. Sorry if it was a long explanation, but I feel like you guys are family in so many ways, and just wanted to let you know why I haven't been around. So then I move on to New Year's resolutions, which I really don't tend to do, except that I get this new vitality to want to change things. So I don't necessarily write out resolutions or decide that I'm going to declare something to be so and then work towards that goal. It just doesn't work for me. But it's kind of like getting spring fever. I don't know, I get this notion that I want to work harder on something or create something new, or I kind of have this new ideas, new thoughts of how I want to change my life. One of the ideas, I think I had seen it on Terry Gigi's channel, which I'll put a link to. She had said, I think it was her anyway, but she had said in one of her videos that she was going to try a no technology night once a night to spend time with her family. And I got to thinking about that, and we typically, my husband and I, are empty nesters, as you know if you're watching this channel for any length of time. But if you're a new subby, we are empty nesters, and we do have one son that moved back in, but he's never home really. He's working and all that. So we tend to sit in the living room at night to unwind after his work day with our laptops on our laps, and most of the time we have the TV going at the same time. So there's technology there, and then if a phone text message comes in, we'll pick up the phone and look at it, and we're there together, but we're not really interacting together. We're just kind of unwinding and zoning out in the same room. So I got to thinking about this no technology night, and I've mentioned before how your computers, your phones, your iPads, what have you, those are like black holes, and they're time suckers. In fact, that's why I don't own an iPad or a tablet of any kind. My laptop computer is a time sucker alone, and I feel like if I had any more gadgets, that's all I would ever do, and nothing would get done. So I mentioned this notion to him of, one night a week, let's try to have a no technology night. And he said, okay, well, let's do that. It sounds like a good plan. And before we could implement it, honest to goodness, our TV in the living room died. It like bit the dust, and we have this, I don't know what you call them. It's not a flat screen. It's the older kind that's a tube TV, I guess. And so Chris was pushing the button on the remote, and this light on the power on the TV was flashing 7 times. And so he Googled it and looked it up for our make and model of television, and it meant that something in the circuitry was messed up. So he was like, oh my goodness, we're going to have to go buy a new TV. And there's nothing worse than pressure to go buy a dishwasher or an appliance, or your refrigerator dies. You've got to go almost instantaneously make a decision to go buy a replacement appliance because your food's going to rot if you don't. Well, we sort of felt that pressure with a television set. So who did we call? My brother, of course. It kind of runs in my family to be technically savvy and into gadgets. I think it's our father's fault, and he takes full credit for that. But at any rate, we were calling him saying, what's the newest in flat screens? What size should we get? Should we get the smart TV? You know, what is this LED, LCD versus plasma? You know, we had no idea. If you're not in the market for televisions and you don't kind of keep up with that stuff, how would you know with all that's available? So we gave him a call. We went to a couple stores. It was like, nah, you know, the 60-inch TV that was an LED, which was really nice, is nearly $2,000 with the sound bar and everything, because we don't even have a sound bar, y'all. I mean, we're like, we use stuff until it dies, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, you know, so we've never bought a flat screen TV before, so we looked and we looked. Well, we came home that night really, really tired and thought, you know, with all that's been going on with Chris's dad, and we're tired, it's probably not a good idea to go out and impulsively buy a new flat screen television, so we'll just sleep on it. We came home, and that night the television started working, so it was like, okay, well, maybe we don't need to buy one. Next morning it didn't work again, so it was like, okay, need to go. We found one at the BJ's Warehouse Club, which is like a Costco, a Sam's Club, and it was a smaller 46-inch. It was the display model. It was already reduced, and we asked, since the display was the only one available, if we could get a markdown on that. So they were going to take off $130. So we called them. They still had it, and that was the TV that we ended up purchasing. It's a Samsung Smart TV, and we have a separate Roku unit which streams our Netflix and some other stuff, but this Smart TV is so smart. It's going to take a while to learn how to use it, but it's very exciting to have a new appliance, and it does kind of make our living room look very different because we don't have this big monstrosity of a television console floor model TV in there now. So, you know, it's serving its purpose, and you know, we didn't buy the 60-inch. I'll have to tell my brother that Super Bowl Sunday will not be at our house after all, but yeah, so that was another thing that we've been doing. And also for the New Year's, I've been working on creative organizing, streamlining. You know, I'm watching other YouTube videos, right? And I hear that most of what everybody's working towards is getting rid of the clutter. And I think that this whole idea of clearing out your mind has some kind of connection, because when I find that when I'm sitting in a room and there's like piles or clutter or dirty laundry or things that need to be done around me that I don't think as clearly as when I go into a room and everything is in its place, everything is neat and tidy and organized. And so I think we're all following that sort of same stream of thought that says, if you clean up your clutter and make things organized and hassle-free, then your life will be easier. And you know, we were such a bigger is better society that I think we're now finding with the finances and the taxes and things that are going on for the elderly and the retired right now, who are all downsizing, we're kind of learning from them that bigger is not better. So I'm taking it to heart. I've been really, really working. I'll show you one example in this video, but I don't want this video to be too long. But I did start my new 2013 Genealogy Society binder, and I got the Staples Better binder, which you know I love, is my favorite binder. And I got these wide index tabs, and I've just created a tab for the newsletter, the board meeting minutes, the treasurer's reports, the speaker bios, and our members directory and that kind of thing. So, you know, just ready for the new year. I also went through my financial filing cabinet and pulled out all of the old 2011 or 2012 papers or documents that were in there, and archived them in a basement filing cabinet, which I have kind of for financial things that we'll hang on to for that 7-year tax tax time frame. So what's in my filing cabinet now is a bunch of empty folders that are ready for the 2013 bills and you know, insurance paperwork and things like that as they come in. So I had a stack like this of archived things that needed to go in the basement, and it felt good just to get my file drawers empty and begin again, begin new, start fresh, and just have that all cleaned out, knowing that it was ready for a new beginning. So that's basically what I've been up to, you guys. I sure have missed posting, and while we've been in waiting rooms and things like that, I've been brainstorming different ideas for upcoming videos, and I'm really looking forward to this year. I have several on my agenda already. I've also gone through my Levenger or Arc style brand planner, and I realized that my calendar that I was using in here was not working for me, because I do use my calendar on my phone. I use a digital calendar instead. So I merely took it out starting for 2013, and I've just got my tabs in here, and I'm more or less using this as my desktop to-do list and my brainstorming. It's kind of like a brain dump binder, if you will, where I just kind of take things out of my head that are goal related, or you know, like things to return to certain stores, things I would like to do, video ideas, comments that you all leave me that suggest a video topic I write down. So yeah, just starting fresh, trying to keep up my strength. I've still been going to physical therapy, although that has been interrupted as far as going twice a week regularly with the trips to Athens and back. But that's been making me feel so much better. So I will keep you guys posted. I know that you can't see the dark circles under my eyes, under my makeup, but I have been pretty tired. So I appreciate your thoughts, prayers, and follow me on Facebook if you want to see updates about what I'm doing, if you are wondering why I'm not posting for any reason now or in the future. And I'm hoping to film a couple more videos today, so that while I'm gone I can schedule one to be uploaded to YouTube. So thank you, friends, for watching and subscribing. Leave your comments below, and thank you again for all prayers and thoughts of well wishes towards our family and me. I appreciate it very much. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.